beautiful stars, what's up? Welcome to my channel. If you are new, hit the like button and the subscribe button, but first I send out a very big warm welcome. Thank you for being here on my channel with me. If you're a returning subscriber, what's up, you guys? Sending out lots of love, loads of love to you, your way. Catch it, receive it. So today I am so excited. This is going to be an episode of Mirror Talk. It has been a while since I've done a recording for Mirror Talk. I have been getting questions, so I do apologize for not getting to everybody's, but life happens, and oh my gosh, so many transformations, so many things have been happening and going on behind the scenes. But I am so very excited to be doing these Mirror Talk segments again. I have truly missed them, and so today's episode is going to be a pendulum video. Okay, so first of all, what is a pendulum? So a pendulum is a divination tool. Okay, it's a spiritual tool. It uses your energy. Okay, and it's an energy tool. Okay, a divination tool. It's an energy tool, and the way it works is you can use it to the same way you would use a Ouija board. You can even use pendulum boards. They do have those. You can make your own, but you use it to get insight and information about different things, different topics. Most commonly, people use it just to get simple yes and no answers, but I mean, it goes beyond that. There's a wide range of things that you can do with them, and I feel like personally the key is to use your imagination, and the things that they say are the limits are not really the limits. So really experiment and see what works for you. Get as creative as possible. I won't tell you how creative to get, okay, and make you feel like if you're not creative enough, then you can't do this. No, I won't say that. It just basically means I want you to be you. I want you to, when you're doing these pendulum readings, to really add you to it. Okay, don't just try to do it exactly like how I do it. Do what really feels good to your soul. Okay, something I might do might not really rub your soul the right way, so do what really feels good to you and for you. Don't just do it because it's cute and it looks cute. Okay, now with that out the way, so what can be used as pendulums? Do you have to go out and buy one? Which ones will I recommend? Well, my first pendulum that I had bought a crystal set. It was in 2017. I had just begun my spiritual journey, and I had got this chakra kit. Yeah, and it had it had 7 chakra crystals in it. It had a book. It had a shell with sage in it. A book that tells you about the crystals. It tells you some sage rituals. It had Paleo Santo in it, and it had a pendulum in it. I don't know why I forgot that just for a moment, but yeah, and it had a pendulum, and it was like a rainbow pendulum, and I absolutely loved it. It came like on a necklace. I mean, not a necklace, but a chain. And it was just so beautiful. Like, I absolutely loved it. So I would recommend them because that's where I started out with. But I would also, now here I am where I am now. A lot of people, if we're not talking about money, you can make your own. You can create your own, and I personally feel like the more personal, the better. Okay, so I've used, I've experimented with just about anything when it comes to using a pendulum, because honestly, let me see what happened to my pendulum. Like, this was talking about back in 2017. What happened? I think something related to poop happened, and it kind of like dropped in my kid's potty or something like that. I don't know. That sounds familiar, but I'm not 100% certain, so I don't even want to go down that memory lane. But yeah, so anyways, so money was tight, and I had just lost my pendulum, so I made my own. And yeah, like so I encourage you, if you are tight on money or just really don't have the means to go out and buy a super cool, super crystallized pendulum, then I encourage you to make your own. Let me show you the one that I've made and I've had since 2018. So unfortunately, guys, I couldn't find where I put it at, but that is okay. So the point is, you can make your own using anything that you have on hand. You want to make sure that your intentions are pure. You want to make sure your intentions are set, and you want to make sure that you're doing this. There is a technique to it, and I don't really want to say the right way, but I want to make sure that you're doing this properly, okay? Because there is a way that you can manipulate the pendulum. So, for example, when you're asking a yes no question for yourself or someone you know personally, it's a lot easier to manipulate the pendulum because your emotions are involved. So you want to make sure you're emotionally detached to the question, to the outcome. Because, for example, if you are asking a yes no question and you really want the answer to be yes, the answer might be no, but you won't know that because you will be energetically telling the pendulum to tell you the sign for yes, because you're amplifying the yes energy. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're emotionally detached to the outcome, to the answer. You want to make sure you're completely blank to it. Okay, when I say that, I just mean that you don't want to be like thinking yes, 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 or no, 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 or whatever you want the answer to be. You want to make sure that you're not focusing on the answer. If you want to think something, just continuously think the question over and over again in your mind. Okay, so how you ask the pendulum the question is completely up to you. You can be you want to just make sure that you're being respectful, because everything holds energy and everything holds energetic memory. Okay, so when you're dealing with things spiritual, you want to make sure that that you're being genuine and respectful, okay, for all the energy involved, yours included. Okay, so so back to the crystals, not the crystals, back to the pendulum. You can make your own and use a crystal. You can, like I said, I used a stick. My son had found me a stick and I kind of like started randomly carving, and it kind of was like, oh, this is kind of the shape of how I would want my pendulum. So I kind of attached it to a necklace and was using it as a pendulum that way for a couple of years. Here recently, I have on and off been using the pendulum. I may pick it back up, but as of right now, it's kind of been on hold. I use it on and off, but so you can take a necklace, or you can take a crystal, or you can take, like I said, a necklace. But the key to making a good pendulum, you want to make sure that it's able to swing in all directions freely. You want to make sure that there is no restriction. You want to make sure that it's able to do this, or either way, you want to make sure that it's able to freely do that. So that is the key to making your own, when you're making your own. So like I said, you can you can attach it to something like this and tie it to a string, and it's very, very easy, very, very simple to make your own pendulum. And they don't have to be small, but you want to make sure, like I said, whatever you use, you want to make sure that it is able to move freely, and it's not extremely heavy. Okay, you want it to be, you don't want it to have a lot of weight. Okay, you want it, like I said, you want it to be able to, because you will be moving it. It will be moving based off of energy and vibration. Okay, you're keeping it very, very still, and it's moving based off the energy and the vibration frequency. Okay, that it's tapping into. Oh, my freaking hair is like stabbing into my skin. But yeah, you're tapping into the energetic frequency to that's what's moving the pendulum. So you can make your own. You can put it in a necklace like this. This is actually not a pendulum, but it could be used for one. This is actually my healing crystal necklace, but it could be used as a pendulum, and I will be using this one to demonstrate. But yeah, you can use any one of those. So if, for example, you had something like this, if you knew how to properly tie this around there, or any way to keep it secure, then you would do just that. Or you can buy a crystal cage, I believe these are called. You can buy a crystal cage, and you can just switch these out whenever whenever you want it to, because it's adjustable. And so you would have that option. This is just some other options for you, if you wanted to do that. And so now, so we talked about what a pendulum is. We talked about how to make your own. Now we're going to talk about how to use them. So the way to use a pendulum is, like I said, it's all about energy. Okay, it's thought and it's energy. And beyond that, you're connected with your higher self. So it's not just you, it's your higher self. You're connected to a higher frequency, and yeah, you're getting an answer based off of your higher self delivering that message, because it's not manipulated by biases or by anything like that. So what I like to do is, my space is all clear and prepped and ready. So you want to clear your space, clear your energy. The way to do that, I will make another video, but to simplify it, you just want to take an incense and bless over your space, or take a candle or whatever you have on hand, light it up. And like I said, I will make another video on it. So this is a very simple version of it. Okay, you can look it up, different ways to do that, but I will do a video on that. So after you cleanse it, you have your your pendulum ready. What I like to do is, I like to call, like, just make it known that I am connected with my higher self, and I'm only accepting the truthful answer for all involved. Now you can reword that, retwist that, however you want, but you get the gist. Basically, you're just connecting with your higher self, connecting with your angels, connecting with your ancestors, whoever you connect with, and you're just connecting right now in this moment. And what that is doing is, that is pretty much taking you into like this non-biased state, where it doesn't matter really if you're thinking. I mean, you can still manipulate it, but the main focus of doing that is so that there is no real manipulation in between getting this answer. That's how it becomes so truthful, because there is no manipulation. Okay, so your higher self is like the referee to make sure that there is no like funny business going around there, if that makes sense to you. Okay, so then what you're gonna do is, now that you're connected with your higher self, you want to just ask a couple of questions. Now first, before you just jump into asking questions, this part is the most important, because you can ask questions all day long and the pendulum will respond. But if you don't know which direction means yes and which direction means no, then what good is asking the questions, right? Okay, so to know that, okay, and this is also key. So what you want to do is, you want to connect. You want to take a moment to actually tune into your pendulum. Okay, what you want to do is, especially because, like, if you don't use this normally for a pendulum, you want to pretty much get to know this pendulum. You want to get to know this tool as a pendulum. Okay, and so to do that, you just pendulum, show me a clear sign for yes, so that the pendulum will show you the direction for yes. Pendulum, thank you. Show me a pendulum. Show me a sign. Show me a clear sign for no. So that way you know what the yes is for you and the no is for you. And you can also ask it to show you a clear sign for needing more information, and it will do a different direction for that as well. So it's very important to take a moment to connect. That's the word I've been looking for. To connect with your pendulum. It doesn't matter what you use. You want to make sure that you have that connection. Okay, because you'll know if you don't have the connection, because if you don't have the connection, the pendulum will maybe shake a little bit like this, or it won't budge at all. So you want to make sure that you do first establish the connection. To do that, you do what I just told you to do, or just wear it, or just have it in your hand and charge it up like this between your hands, so that your energy is charged and channeled and connected with this pendulum. Okay. Now, if you are an absolute beginner, there are a few, you can ask it many different ways, but I call upon my higher self, I call upon my ancestors, to protect me and my energy in this moment. And it can be as simple as that, or it can be as complex as you want it. Okay, so now that that's out the way, you want to have the pendulum really close to your heart chakra. Okay, so I have my hand right here just in case you don't know where my heart is. Okay, so you want to have it about this distance in your heart aura. Okay, so pendulum, show me a clear sign for yes. Okay, notice that it is spinning. I think that's clockwise, or maybe counterclockwise. I don't know, but I know how it's turning, right? Okay, thank you, pendulum. Show me a clear sign for no. Thank you, pendulum. Now, if your pendulum, like I said, I'm very like my energy is like already up, and I'm pretty already in tune. But if you are not, and this is your very first time doing something like this, then be patient. Okay, it might take a few tries. It might take you repeating yourself over and over again, but just stay still and just keep asking your pendulum, show me a clear sign for yes. Show me a clear sign for yes. Do it a few times if you have to, and give it a minute. Okay, wait a minute. So after you say it, pendulum, show me a clear sign for yes, wait and allow it to react. Show me a clear sign for yes. Show me a clear sign for yes. And each time it will pick up at a stronger frequency so that you can actually see it and feel it. Okay, now this is the fun part. Now, okay, I'm also going to do need more information. Okay, pendulum, show me need more information. Show me a clear sign for need more information. Thank you, pendulum. Okay, and now you saw the different motions. I don't know if you could actually see it very clearly with my camera setting right here. Alright, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it off of the chain. Like take the chain so that it's just like this, so that it will have more length and more space to actually move freely, because it's all about that free movement. Okay, now I'm gonna ask it some simple, easy yes no questions. Pendulum, is it true that my shirt is gray? And as you can see, it is telling me yes. And you can clearly see what color my shirt is. Okay? All right. Pendulum. Thank you. Is it true that I have 3 noses? And as you can see, the pendulum is telling me no, because I don't have 3 noses, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is, alright, so now what we're going to do is pretty much wrap it up from there. So you've asked the questions, you know how to do it now, so definitely just try it out. You don't need to go out and buy anything. You can actually make your own very easily. So again, I will ask oh my gosh, I'm going to ask a wild question. Not a wild question, but I just want to ask a question that I kind of really do want to know the answer to, okay? So, pendulum, is it true that I will be moving in September? There you have it, guys. I will not be moving in September, but I will ask it another question because I'm excited now. Okay, Pendulum, thank you. Okay, Pendulum, is it true that my YouTube channel will get more subscribers by October? Will I have more subscribers in October? Well, that's exciting, isn't it? So if you are new, yes, you guys, definitely subscribe. I look forward to connecting with you and seeing you. So until next time, you guys, sending out lots of love, and I hope this gave you some insight. So like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Sending out lots of love.